Last time on the Strings of Fate podcast. Released from the thrall of the Mask of Many and its promises of power, Ladara turned to Granny, who found herself pulled towards the power to prevent calamity and destruction. Ladara tried to talk her out of it, but the mask's hold over Granny caused her to lash out, to encase you all in powerful arcane vines. Ladara, in a moment of fervent desire to protect Granny and her friends, released latent magic. When you all awoke, blooming flowers sprouted across the back room of Blondie's botany and throughout Ladara's hair, climbing towards an enormous forget-me-not atop the flower shop. Reuniting with Dresden, Vincent, and Renair, the situation was explained and the efforts to clean the shop began. The decision was made to bury the Mask of Many beneath Blondie's botany until somebody powerful enough to either wield or destroy the mask was found. It was then that the question of Rosanov was brought again. You all spoke directly with her soul to assess Rosanov. She expressed the guilt that fell upon her shoulders, knowing that her justification of the means was nothing but hubris, and revealed that the crystal rot that held Fenlin also infects her, leaving her only a few months to live, too broken to fight. And Vincent, as you decided to revive her, a bond was created with Astera, threatening to bring him back to this timeline. But in the last moment, the Huntsmaster stepped in, stopping him, putting his life on the line for someone far above's overarching plan.
Deville, how do you put this on?
Deville comes stomping through the door, already fully dressed. It says, we're going to lose all of the best spots at this point.
Well, it's not my fault. You gave me the world's most complicated piece of clothing.
It's not that complicated. Listen, all you have to do is do a double under knot here, then a triple twist this way. The veil goes into probably the most complicated design of dress on you as possible.
Well, I'm completely covered head to toe. What the fuck?
It's traditional wear. It's based
I'm not
off
a traditional guy.
Ezra, you can't look like a whore.
Did you just call me a whore? She called me a whore!
Dark, what are you doing? Listen, it's what people do. It's to get in the festival spirit. I rented these costumes. We're going to use them. They costed quite a pretty penny.
Azurim loosens it and pulls it off his shoulders a little bit.
Okay, well,
exposes his collarbone.
I mean, that is nice. Okay, yeah, fine. All right. Everyone else, how are we doing? Is everyone okay? Everyone, fittings. You gave your measurements and they were quite wishy-washy. So I hope everything fits all right.
Yeah, I don't really wear dresses often, so, do I look alright? Do I look frumpy?
I think you look like a whore.
Oh my god!
Why don't we... Here's the deal. You're in traditional dress, but that doesn't mean you're all wearing the same uniform thing. You all had a little bit of freedom as to what you would look like, although there are some stipulations with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was like, what are we wearing?
Yeah, so I would like you to kind of take a moment, describe what you think your character is wearing right now. if that makes sense. I'll give you the theme is the Met Gala theme right now is Ocean of Stars, basically. Like literally constellations, the moon, the stars. Okay, so if you could please describe what your characters are wearing for the Lantern Festival. DeVille tried to get as best to your specifications as you asked for.
Ladara is wearing a lavender A-line strap dress. It's embroidered with gold glittering stars and moons across the entire dress, and then she has a sheer cape with the same glittering gold stars and moons covering her shoulders.
Wow.
Wonderful, beautiful.
Stunning.
Amazing, stunning.
Thank you.
Continue.
Vincent is wearing like all very flowy fabrics, very light, airy. He's got like a white shirt that's kind of off the shoulder a little bit. Some purple flowy baggy pants. And like a belt that has like the phases of the moon on it, and like a bunch of gold everywhere. And then he has this like robe almost that is sleeveless and goes down to the floor, made of another like airy fabric. And from the bottom up to the top of the robe, it fades from a sunset up to the dark like night sky, and it's like magical, so the stars in the sky twinkle and move.
Ooh.
And he's wearing sandals.
Comfort is key.
Comfort, exactly.
I would say Ladara's probably wearing sandals too.
Nice.
Azram is wearing, he has like a shades of like a yellow and orange like overlay dress type that he has hanging off his shoulders, and it goes down to the floor, but at like the waist it splits down the sides, and you can see that there's like a white skirt underneath it, and it's different shades of like yellow and orange fading into very sunlight themed, and he has gold suns that are like the little tight pinstripe ones, kind of like our logo.
Oh yeah, kind of like the ones that are
Beautiful.
All over it that are shimmering, but they're like very thinly laced. So
cool, like embroidered.
yeah, thinly embroidered. And he's wearing cute little shoes.
He always is.
He always is.
What kind of shoes? Who's to say? They're cute.
Go back to episode 1. Never change, Azram, never change.
The inn room at the Sleepy Sheep is currently in a little bit of disarray, as it is the morning of Lantern Night and everyone is getting ready at a frantic pace to look their best while also trying to balance comfort and flashiness in a way. The festival is upon you, and there are 3 others that are currently with you at this current moment. First, DeVille, who is helping you to get ready, though your dress is exactly to your specifications. DeVille did not warn you just how difficult to put all of these ornaments on would be, and he is currently helping to tie them. But DeVille himself wears silver, reminiscent of the pale moon itself. You could see that light from the outside, that pale blue light reflects off long and flowing sheer robe, as though you're basking in the fractured mother herself. And he is also very frantically, as opposed to his very graceful dress, trying to get all of the little suns to make sure that they're perfectly right on Azram. As he's, please, nope, don't move, oh, no, oh,
ow,
oh God,
ow.
no, that's your hair, no, sorry.
They've switched medals, everyone. They've swapped.
Auna also wears silver, a silver sash that wraps around his waist, somber blue that every so often displays shooting stars in the seams. His outfit is simple, but very well fitted, to the point that Auna himself is a little trouble moving in it. Says, are you sure these are my measurements? It's like, you didn't really give me good measurements, so I just had to figure it out. I'm glad it fits it all.
We're about the same size. We can switch if you want.
he looks over at your very beautiful but very attention-drawing gown and politely refuses. Finally, there's sort of a nervousness behind the door of the room as you all are ready. Devon says, Renee, we're going to be late. I beg of you. You probably look fine. Please come out.
You all right?
Yes, it's just a bit. Well, and
Oh, no.
Renair pushes open the door, and Renair, his instruction were to get him as traditional a gown as possible for this event, and so Renair is dressed in the traditional clothes of a cleric of the Mother Night. The traditional clothes of a cleric of the Mother Night, however, were meant to allow one's skin to bask in the moonlight as much as possible. Renair wears a flowing black gown with a sort of deep V and that just kind of hangs off of his body. With trailing stars weaved with glamour into the fabric that just kind of twinkle there. And it's a little sheer and a little more revealing than Renair has ever really worn. He says, it feels cold in here. Is it cold for anyone else? I don't know. Huh.
How we feeling in the chat?
Preemptively.
Dresden, along with the Riders of Fate, obviously, despite Rosanov saying that she would turn over a new leaf, it's not really something that you can just trust somebody with. So Dresden took it upon himself, with the Riders of Fate, to keep a watchful eye over her from a distance, to make sure that she wasn't trying anything untoward, though he does plan to meet up with you all later on in the festival.
Nope.
So,
Vincent's jaw is on the floor still.
Lenore looks really uncomfy in the dress, but like she's trying.
Yeah.
Adrim's like, DeVille, why didn't you give me something like that? I got long sleeves on.
you wanted, you asked. The theme was moon and sun. That's what the specifications were.
You're right.
The sundress, it's hard to find. You look great.
Thanks. You look pretty good.
I feel like every other pair in the room is just like blush.
Everybody here is like,
reasons.
what the fuck?
We're all like,
Everybody
goddamn,
here was so
we're
hot.
hot.
Everybody in this
You're all
room is
attracted.
so
Me when I'm going out with my besties. Damn, we are so hot.
Yeah, that's right. That's fucking right.
As you all gather, Renair comes up to you and says, "You look wonderful. I wish I could have chosen my words a little more carefully, but I really
Sorry,
love...
what?
What?
You look really very good. Really? Wow.
Hey, eyes off the tits. My eyes up here.
Oh. Very nice as well. As Renair can't kind of keep your gaze, and he's just kind of looking around the room.
They're messes. They're both terrible.
And Auna's, yeah, they're both messes. Auna's on the other side of the room, and he's just like, eyes look away, eyes look.
Oh my god. Somebody get this
Eyes
man.
bouncing, he's just like... And then he just kind of starts to move, and he's a little stiff as he has to move. His arms are a little bit like... This shirt is very tight on him.
Oh my
Maybe you
God.
should just try and like stretch it out. Like I don't know, if you move your arms up really
Oh,
fast.
be careful.
and
You
then-
might rip it.
Oh,
Rip it.
yeah, you might.
Don't rip it.
Don't rip it.
If anybody
Are these
rips
rental,
it,
DeVille?
How
They
expensive
are
were
rentals.
these?
Please.
Fix it.
What?
Okay,
I can
so
fix it,
just
try.
Okay, that's
Just stretch it out?
Just try and maybe move around a little bit, or if you.
All right. I could try that.
If you're really uncomfortable.
Roll.
He's too strong for his own good.
It is. He's bursting out of this shirt.
Jesus.
Do you... Oh, it's all right.
Is it more comfortable like that? I mean,
Maybe just
He
take
just is
this...
wearing like, it's basically just like this like lats and his like armpits are out with this
You
tear.
just cut the sleeves off and like try and make it work that way.
Oh my god, it's a rental.
We can't.
Oh,
We can't.
that really matters. Right?
Can you please quickly before?
yeah, let me.
All right. Let me
Casting
just
spells.
put it
Let me
down.
get over there, and I'll cast mending on it.
Cast mending on the.
Can you mend it like
itself.
looser?
Oh, I don't know if I can.
Make an augment check.
I will certainly try to.
Make an augment check.
Mend it with, oh.
Can I add anything?
It's your augment.
Anything else? 13.
At 13. It's not.
I know
terrible.
fashion. I know clothes.
You know fashion. You know clothes. It's not gonna be extremely more comfortable,
I'll
but
just
he has a
add a
little bit
panel.
more range. He has a little bit more range of movement.
Yeah, I'll add
that's
some
good.
a
That's all
panel
he
on the
needs.
side.
It's okay.
A little bit more motion is all
Okay,
he
I can
needs.
move my arms, my shoulders up to like 90 degrees. That's good.
Good.
Okay.
Glad that's one problem fixed, one problem solved.
And look at that. It's only... What time is it? I can't tell
It's
with the sun. Lack thereof, I guess I
All-
should say.
Listen, we'll have time to enjoy the festivities and all right? I've already made arrangements. James is going to be holding us a spot so that we can watch the parade
Nice.
of the moon jellies.
Can we really trust that dude?
Yeah, he's dumb, but he...
I paid him. I
he gets
paid
the job
him.
done.
You gave him money?
I gave him money.
That's fair. That's like the only way it works.
Listen, we're going to be fine. Though, we have to get an early start if we want to see everything. Come on, we're doing rounds of the city, we're going tours. The city is an entirely different place on Lantern Night. And once it hits noon, you will see what I mean.
All right, are we all ready?
Please, let us go.
Okay. All right, we have everything. Everyone has everything.
I've got my fanny pack with
Fanny pack
my
with
water
your-
and
Water.
Water, sunscreen. Oh,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
need that.
okay,
You
but I
don't
really
need that
need-
actually.
Yeah, it's still dark.
yeah, we don't need that.
All right, let's keep
Do we
going.
still get like the UV rays from the sun though?
You,
Is there any sun tanning in Lunastra? Could you? I imagine
So,
I
yeah.
have an idea in my head of a poster of Lunastra of people sunbathing.
the people do a
You
lot
can
of
cut that out,
moonbathing.
but I want to remember that.
People do a lot of moonbathing.
Soaking up the moon.
The Fractured Mother actually does provide a lot of the same vitamins that the sun would. So, you know,
Wow.
just to prevent that sort of seasonal depression feeling.
Yeah.
But it
nice.
is quite nice to bask within. You all head out of the Sleepy Sheep. You can see that the Sleepy Sheep itself is decorated to the brim for this specific occasion. Seemingly overnight, there are beautiful lanterns that hang from the ceiling. The sheep motifs have been replaced with little jellyfish motifs that, with glamour weave, slowly just drift up the curtains and down the curtains as if you were watching an aquarium tank. Elliot is there at the desk and gives you a big old yawn and a big old wave. Enjoy the festival.
You too, dude.
I'm working. Say hi to Rowan for me. As DeVille's like, I will. And you all move out into the festival streets. Now, this is your festival. This is your victory
Strings
lap.
of Fate Festival.
The Strings of Fate Festival. This is your victory lap a little bit here. You are free to do what you would like to do. DeVille, of course, would... DeVille's tour, of course, will fall apart within the first few minutes as everyone moves to do the things that they want to do. But there are a number of things to do around here, including games, food booths, gift booths, things along those lines. The streets are filled with the smell of street vendors cooking food right out in the open that just wafts into the air, up into the twilight sky. People around you are wearing some of the most beautiful gown you've ever seen. Every person has some sort of sun, moon, stars motif sewn directly into their clothes that just either twinkle or shine or move. And it's not just people that look as though they can afford it. It looks like everyone around you has something reminiscent of the celestial bodies somewhere on them. The streets themselves are also painted in the light of lanterns that hang on strings that cover every road that stretch onward and onward and onward until they reach the Temple of the Fractured Mother at the center, where the moonlight shard, through the stained glass, illuminates them and tinges them with pastel light. The city is yours to enjoy. What would you like to do?
Azrim would have tried to stick onto DeVille's tour for as long as possible.
They've
been the last one standing.
You are the last one standing. DeVille is moving at an extremely slow pace compared to the excitement in the air. You all feel a little bit as though you're going against the crowd here as you're all moving, and he's explaining some of the beautiful sights around you until eventually the excitement would overtake. And DeVille's like, you can go if you want.
I'm not gonna leave you. This is your town.
Really?
Of course not.
He outstretches his hand.
Azrim grabs it.
Let's go get something to eat.
Okay.
All right. So, here are your options currently, but feel free to let me know first before I do anything what you would like to do at some point during this festival.
I think it'd be really fun for all of us to do some games together.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Sure. Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Before you all separate off, you walk down the streets of this area and you start listening out, and you hear a number of games just sort of being shouted out by a number of different individuals. You hear an orcish man telling, test your luck. The goal of the game is simple. Catch a little moon jelly and win a prize. And then there's others, they're like a little gnomish woman is like, step right up for Sir Galvanel's test of strength. prove that you can save. Sorry, what was it? Sorry,
I'm just gonna go to that one so that you have to do that voice.
Yeah. Prove that you are strong as Sir Galvanel of the Mother Knight, who pulled a cart of 20 people to be treated by the church across valleys, mountains, and through forests.
This is a really long...
It's a very long story, if you'd like to hear it, but I won't make you.
I don't know, I bet I beat you at that.
Oh.
It's a test of strength, dude.
All right, well, strength is built through, physical strength. And you're very magically inclined, but I don't think it would be very fair if we faced off against each other on test of strength.
I think I need a rematch from the arm wrestling match.
How much to try? As he walks up. Two strapping young lads right here looking to test themselves against the strength of Sir Galvanel. As you approach the gnomish woman, you can see that there's this incline that has been set up, and you see a father, basically a fatherly man. His kids are cheering him on as he got this safety harness strapped on his chest.
Is he a dilf?
Oh, Michaela.
God damn it, Michaela. Can't have anything.
That's not bad. 14 is a little dilfy.
A little dilfy.
He's being cheered on by his kids as he's got the safety harness on, and he is pulling a cart that has 5 people on it. He's like, I'm not as young as I used to be. As he gets about like a quarter way up, and then he has to like tap out, and then he gets pulled back down. And people cheer anyways because that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Step right up. You can try any amount that you would like. 5, 10, 15, 20 if you want to replicate the legend. All you have to do is get to the top to win the prize.
I'm very interested to see who's gonna win.
Can I be in the cart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get on too?
Anyone in the crowd is welcome to hop on to the cart.
Alrighty, we'll see who wins.
All right. So, how many people do you and Auna decide on? Auna looks at you and says, what do you think is fair? How many people do you think we should have on our cards?
I think we should, do what the legend says.
20 people.
Christ.
Auna's like, it feels like doing math in his head. He's like, good God, that's just not possible. Okay.
I mean, maybe if you're too scared.
Gosh.
I'd like to try. Just like Sir
20 people.
Don't hurt yourselves, also.
Oh, okay. Medic, stand by, please. As you are both strapped in, and just quickly comes up and says, okay, can you please sign this waiver?
Yeah, whatever. Azram signs his life away.
You
always.
all and on an excited festival goers are counted onto the carts behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Jesus Christ.
for both of you as you both
Including
sit
me and
side by
Vincent.
side. So our challengers. What are your names?
Azram.
Auna. Azaram and Auna. A battle for the test of strength of Sir Galvanel. The entire crowd is like hyped up because these people are trying something that's insane, impossible even. All right, let's do this. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check if you would to start off.
This is about to be
13.
13. Off to the start. I don't know, kind of underestimates both you and how many people he's pulling as he's kind of and he gets a good move, but his footing's not so good as he gets a couple steps up and has to kind of pause. Azram, your determination to humiliate your little brother here is strong, and you are immediately off to a start as the people behind you are like, whoa, my God, like we are
He's
moving.
like hiked his skirt up above his knees a little bit so that he's like not gonna trip on it.
You're both immediately sweating. Like you both immediately feel the strain that this
God
takes
damn.
on you.
What's
Go-
next?
Another athletic check. It's just athletic check for athletic check.
22.
Holy shit.
Wow.
22. That momentum actually keeps you going. You ignored the obvious pain of pulling 20 people on the cart, and you were able to make it to the halfway mark. Auna is behind you by a good couple of paces as he's lost his footing and he's surprised by how well you're doing. Go ahead and make a first of all Constitution saving throw to see how you're holding up here. Auna will take one too.
9.
9. You'll take these next ones with a disadvantage as all of a sudden you reach halfway and you're like, I'm doing pretty good. And you stop, you start thinking about it for one moment and you're like, oh fuck. Like this is painful. Alright, go ahead and give me a athletics check with disadvantage.
16.
16. Despite the pain that is digging into you, you are pushing onward. Auna is catching up and he is getting closer and closer to where you are. Neither of you have thought of giving up at this point and are pushing yourselves really, really hard, and everyone is freaking the fuck out around because no one has seen anybody attempt this like this. Like the strength that you are pulling off here is insane to these people.
I come up to the front of the cart and I'm like, how's it going up there, Azram?
Shut up, Vincent!
No, just like,
You need a towel or something you want to throw in?
Lidara's just like, you got this, Auna. You got this, Auna. Come on.
all right, let's roll. 2 more rolls.
Lidara's actively booing.
Azram's never felt more hated in his life.
Okay.
Good.
8.
Woo!
It's a natural 1 plus 7.
Azaram, for a second, you lose your footing and you fall to your knee and you feel it pulling you back, but you still hold place. Bauer's not looking at you anymore. He's not listening to you. He's got some encouragement behind him as he is. You see him slowly pass you as you are now neck and neck. This is the final roll. First of all, Constitution saving throw. If you succeed, you won't have disadvantage.
Natural 1 on the Constitution saving throw.
Okay. This is it. Final roll. It's close. What'd you get?
21.
You both are neck and neck. You can see just like the muscles bulging, sweat dripping, the faces contorting in pain as you're all cheering each other and booing each other as everyone in the crowd is just fucking jumping up and down, like sheer vibrating at the sight of this incredible feat of strength. And there is a moment. It's a photo finish as you get to the top. Azrael's ahead by just as you hear from below, holy shit! Someone get the carts off them cheese! As you're both being as a bunch of strong men just go and grab the carts and unharness both of you as you're both like
Wow. Looks like I took that one.
Jesus Christ.
best 2 out of 3.
We're back in it.
I didn't expect anyone to actually do this, but your prize is it looks around at all of the I mean, I guess you could just choose one at this point. You can see that there's like a couple plushies of like knights and jellyfish, and then there's like a replica shield that's like decorating the place and things along those lines. You see that there's like a whole like chainmail cape or whatever.
Oh my
that you can
God.
wear. I actually don't know what to do in this situation because I just didn't expect anyone to be able to do that.
Azram will grab a giant jellyfish plush, like as big as him.
It's huge. As you're holding it, you feel so sore just wrapping your arms around it.
Azram will walk up to DeVille and be like,
See you behind the plush.
"Hey, sweet stuff. I won this for you."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Azram's like about to pass out a little bit.
Oh my god. As DeVille puts a hand on you and casts Cure Wounds. And he just kind of waves off a healing word towards Alna. It's like, you grab something too, just not something as big. And Alna's like, okay. As he goes around and he just picks up a little knight figure. He's like, it's cute. DeVille's like, I guess I'll carry this, I suppose. Can we put this in the bag of holding? Can we squish this down a little bit?
Vincent gives him a look. He's like, sure. You want me to, after that has been all over, Azram's sweat is all over that? Do I really want it in my bag?
He sweat a lot.
Yeah, because I won.
All right.
It's a sweat of a champion.
You know what? You're right. He won this for me, so I'll hold on to it. As DeVille's like arms wide, holding this giant jellyfish. He's like, please make sure I don't bump into anyone. There are a couple more things that are here. There is the jellyfishing booth. There is the Lunar Performance, which is another game that is available. There are a couple food booths that are here as well. The Sleepy Sheep actually, Talia of the Sleepy Sheep actually does have a little booth here. Lantern Lit Coffee, the Sleepy Sheep presents.
Oh my god. That's so
Painted
cute.
Pastries, which is another place that is selling food. Savory by Starlight. And then we have a couple gifts booths, but I'll tell you about the one that probably would catch your eye if you decide to go there. Up to you on what you would like to do, or if you'd like to just break off and talk with someone or have a moment.
Are there any goops or games?
It's a really important question, actually. Yeah, I need
Michelle,
to know.
go ahead and roll a d20.
Am I
And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not playing as Gerald.
You got it, boss.
I can't do that. I can't take that away from you.
Do I have any? Is it just straight roll?
Straight roll.
10.
Wow. Right on it.
This is tent.
Oh my fucking god.
That looks a little out of place. The souvenirs are a little quirky, not very thematic. A little more like leaning towards like a Lunastra like gift shop more so than a
Like one of the Florida gift shops with the
like
wizards.
a Florida gift shop where they
The wizard out in the front.
There's someone selling boiled peanuts out front.
Not boiled peanuts. You know how I feel about boiled peanuts.
And there's a little boy in front holding up a sign. Then
Hey, Ladar, you should go talk to that guy.
gentleman standing there as well, manning the booth. Michelle, if you'd like to take over for me here.
Yeah.
The energy's off the charts.
Get your gifts. Get your games.
Is that
Maybe even a goop. I don't know. We'll see.
Midair his eyes kind of looks. What is a goop?
DeVille? That's that fucking shop you sent me to.
What shop? I can't see. Is there a shop in front of us?
The Goops and Game store.
Oh, Gerald's Goops and Games.
Here, give me the moon jelly. Give me the.
Take this, Kiki. Okay. Gerald.
Oh no! No, is that? I can't see very well. Is that?
It's me. It's DeVille from.
Oh
last time I was
my
here.
god! Now I'll be damned. That ain't old DeVille. I still keep your stuff in my shop.
What? Stuff? My stuff?
Your merch.
Oh my god!
You can't sell that here. That's.
We have old relics. Oh, don't worry, no one buys it.
Well, that doesn't make me feel good.
One of your old rags you wipe your face with.
It's like black market DeVille goods.
Actually, would you mind signing a couple of stuff that I got?
Of course, anything. I haven't been here since I was a child. Oh my goodness! How much do you want me to sign?
Well, I got a whole box of DeVille goodies over here. If you don't mind, just like
How do you
go with?
a whole box? Can I see these?
Yeah. Of course.
You bring out a box of DeVille goodies. You want to decide what's in there, or shall I?
Please.
You see like the most knockoff lightning stars on. You see like bobbleheads that are clearly like somebody else.
It's like painted,
but,
as DeVille.
as DeVille. You see like buttons that are like JPEGs that have been just stretched like incredibly far, and a t-shirt that's just like Lightning Star Song, but it's like misspelled, so it's just like Lighting Star Song. It's just like him in thumbs up with stretched even further. It's like,
Wow.
huh? Where did you get this, Gerald?
Know a guy.
Doesn't feel very official.
No, that's as real as it gets.
I mean, it's official if you're touching it, right?
I guess I am.
Now it's signed.
I sure am signing it right now. Is that?
How do you know this? How do you know Gerald here, sir?
Gerald and I, we go way back. I was a child when I first visited the store. Gerald's been here for years. Gerald's Coops and Games was every kid on the block knew Gerald's Coops and Games.
Really?
Really?
Yes, we
Wait, people actually used to come to the shop?
they used to flood into the doors. There were so many magical and whimsical little knickknacks and thingamabobs to buy. And, you know, Gerald was always so kind. Him and his wife were always so cheery.
What is this? DeVille, you know this guy?
Well, every child in Lunastra knew this man at some point. He owned the best toy store in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, little lady. You should have some. I got some nice little necklaces over here. You know, some jewelry. I don't wear jewelry, thank you, though. I don't really want to touch anything
Jewelry
that you
is just
have.
I'm gonna let you take it, Michelle.
The jewelry
I feel like
is
Christian.
just like the jewelry is just like it's not. It's like you. I want to like walks up to one and like touches it, and it just immediately crumbles.
Oh my god.
They're ancient relics. They're ancient. That's why that happens.
I don't know. You like the store?
Oh,
I just was wondering, like,
You
if
don't
maybe.
have to say yes. It's okay.
can someone tell me who Rusty is? As he kind of pulls up a mug.
Here, put that down. Put that down.
Okay.
Put that down, Anna. You don't need that.
Put that down.
Looks
Michelle.
at you, Renee looks at you. Vincent is like, Vincent, listen, I hate to ask, but it's really kind of bothering me. Can you ask about the goops, please?
You want me to ask about the goops? You can ask about the goops if you want.
I don't feel comfortable walking up to the store dressed like this currently.
Why?
I don't know. It just, I can't.
I'll
People
do
have
it.
been looking at me in a way that I'm not comfortable with.
Never mind. I'll ask about the goops. Don't worry about it. It's okay. So what are goops?
Goops, the family secret. Honestly, don't ask him about the goops. Like, Felix comes over to you and like,
I'm not allowed to ask about the goops. What are the goops?
honestly, it's better if you don't know.
Okay.
He's a little lost. Okay? He's a little lost. So just let him think that the goops are there.
So the goops aren't there? The goops aren't there? There are no goops?
They're like in his head, man.
I'm so scared. I thought you were a grandkid. You're so terrified.
They're in his head, man.
Please.
Just let him be.
Okay, alright. No, heard and understood. Totally fine. Alright, I go back to Renera and I'm like, we're not allowed to know about the goops. I don't think they exist.
What? Why is it on the forefront of this? Can we ask DeVille? Maybe he knows what the goops are.
Maybe Devon knows what the
We could ask DeVille what the goops are. Sure. Do you know what the goops are?
Quickly pulls you aside. Listen right here, Vincent. Don't say that word again.
Have I made a mistake?
You have to promise me that you're not going to say that word again.
Why?
It's not your fault.
What?
But
Did I
just
do something?
Don't talk about the goops in front of Gerald.
Oh, okay. Alright, heard.
Okay, thank you. And he hugs you.
Vincent does not hug him back.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't know why I did that, but I felt I came on a bit strong because I feel very strongly about this. Everyone in Lunastra knows not to ask about the goops.
Alright.
It's a sore subject.
Got it.
Okay.
Alright.
Gerald, it's been great seeing you.
Oh, you too, David. Tell your mother I said hello.
I certainly will. I certainly
God.
will. What? That man-
Felix,
What?
what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here?
You want to
Here
fight?
for fun? I'll take you right now.
Listen here, you little shit.
He was like winding up his he's winding up his little fists.
What's going on?
Azra, we have to fight this child.
Lidor's like, please, Azram, can we please go somewhere else that is not here? She walks away.
Why are we...
I'm getting
Why are
food.
you
If anyone wants to
fighting?
come with me to get food, I'm gonna go find a stand and get some food.
I'll go. Good luck with the fighting him. And I want to just like a little. Boom, boom.
Don't kill this child.
He was looking at me funny.
All right, well, Christian DM, wonderful DM, what food is there around here?
Christian DM, what Alana is going to come with you. There are a number of places, but places that stand out to you, of course, lantern lit coffee by the Sleepy Sheep, painted pastries, and savory by starlight are three options if you want sweet, if you want something to drink, or if you'd like something a little bit more savory. The options are abundant for you. Alan is also feeling a bit peckish, so he goes with you as
Nice. Do you have any ideas of what you would want to get? I mean, there's three options, so we can do rock, paper, scissors.
rock, paper, scissors?
About picking, between options. Do you have a choice?
Has he ever played scissors?
Natural one, no. Rock.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Which one is rock?
Oh, so rock
Which-
is what?
Is rock the coffee place, or is scissors the...
No, you see, rock, paper, scissors is a game that you play to kind of... there's a winner at the end. So basically, you see my little fist here?
Okay.
You go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. See that? That's scissors.
Scissors.
There's multiple different things. So there's a rock, which is the
Snip,
fist.
snip.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Snip.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's all right. Rock, scissors, paper.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of complicated.
So like rock,
Well,
a
no.
sponges out,
No.
a slip paper.
No.
Scissors.
It's a gentle game. It's quite a gentle game.
Oh,
No
okay.
need for fighting.
Okay.
Sorry,
I have to
paper
rewire
covers
myself a little
rock.
bit here.
Yeah, paper covers rock, and scissors beat paper, and rock beats basically everything except paper.
Okay.
I
There's only 3 options, is there?
Rock means everything except paper. So just scissors.
All right. How does that help us determine where we're going to eat?
Oh, I guess if you pick one, and then I pick one, and then whichever ones we go to.
I picked the pastries.
Okay, then I wanted to go to the coffee place. So, rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, I win. So we go coffee.
Okay. Can we play again? Just because I feel as though, now that I know the rules of the game, I can win.
You feel
the
strongly. Now you're competitive. I see.
game. Is there a way that
I
we can
guess
play
we can
more
do-
than once?
Yeah, it's best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, let's try. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, I won again.
Ooh, damn.
My strategy to throw paper twice has not worked out for me.
Do you want to take the first one as a practice round? We can do one more time.
One more time.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You did paper every time.
I thought I'd get you at least once. This time I'm not going to throw paper.
Okay, one more time. That's it. Oh no, I'm not doing it again.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You did, love. You did it one more. You did it again, and I still won.
I thought if I said that if I didn't, I wasn't going to, that you would. What did you say?
What?
Would you coffee, right?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right.
You make your way over to the Sleepy Sheep Presents Lantern Lit Coffee. Talia and Claudia are both serving homemade hand-roasted coffee to attendees in a cozy booth reflecting the colors and themes of the Sleepy Sheep. As the sheep hop over on the glamour weave, they jump over little moon jellies, making their way around the curtains. Talia sees you and says, "Oh, it's great to see you.
Oh, you too.
Welcome, then, to our little shop. We have lunar lattes, moonlight macchiatos, and starlight syrup tea. That's our current servings. And then, of course, if you'd like to add schnapps to any of them, then talk to me. And not to Claudia.
I might take you up on that.
Fantastic.
I-
Anything stand out to you?
I do. I kind of want something floral. So, just give me whatever you think. Maybe like the signature drink or whatever you have.
Something
I
floral.
want to try something new.
All right then. Claudia, you make a starlight syrup tea, but throw in some moon root if you would. And Claudia says, all right, and gets on her way to making it. It's a very delicate process watching the tea bubble slowly. You know, most people around here, even though it's very busy, the people that are seated here are calm. They're very relaxed. Things move at a slower pace, but it's almost like this microcosm within the festival where the noise seems to just die down around you and you can take in the atmosphere of lantern light that just glimmers. In looking at it, it would seem that the lanterns themselves in the twilight, they're beautiful, but they wouldn't have the same luster as if it was, fully night. If the evening sky wasn't this orange purple, even though it is beautiful every other day, today it sort of takes away from the lanterns. And that's when you hear the noon bells kind of ding, 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 ring off in the distance. And you see something that has never happened in your time in Lunastra. You see the orange fade into a beautiful, deep blue and black. And you see stars begin to twinkle into the sky as in the middle of the day in Afra, in the town where twilight never sets, night falls and a sea of stars emerges. Aona can't take his eyes off of the sky.
Wow. That's beautiful.
It is. I am. And suddenly it's very apparent how beautiful Lantern Night really is. As one night, the town is not lit by an orange pastel sky. It's lit by beautiful, hand-strung, handcrafted lanterns that adorn this entire city. And the glow of the moon is as strong as it has ever been. The tea is served to you, one for Aona as well, as you both look up at the starlit sky.
This is much more relaxing than the past week we've had.
It certainly is. Despite everything, it makes it all worth it. Times like these.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd have times like these, honestly.
They're hard to come by when you live lives like us.
Lives like ours. He smiles. Looks at you. Then back to the stars. In lives full of danger, where every turn there is something or someone that is seemingly out to get you. In lives that have known very little peace, like you and Aona's. Moments like these are rare. But when they happen, they're beautiful. Renair looks towards you, Vincent, towards the starlit sky. Ever since you reunited that day, he's taken to holding your hand as if it were the very last time, pulling you close. He looks at you. As you look on at the stars, he takes breath as he looks back away, his courage faltering for a moment. And Deville has his arms wrapped around you, Azram. He looks up. I miss this so very, very much.
I can understand why. It's beautiful.
It has been a long time since I've shared this site with someone. But I am so blessed and so lucky that I get to see it with you.
I'm glad I could experience this with you as well.
As he holds you, you feel the warmth, the trickle of a tear fall to your gown as Deville is smiling, looking up at the stars. So, Lantern Night continues. Now the sky is darkened and the stars are out in a city that rarely sees them. And the festival is in full swing. You still have a very long time before the Parade of the Moon Jellies. Thus, you have the time to rest, to spend your time with each other, to talk. Your group splits apart and changes, and you run into each other playing games, going to different stores, seeing what the place has to offer. Auna had both a tea, and then he sort of acquiesced and used what coin he had to buy pastries for the group, basically. And it's as he finds you, he says, "Oh, Ezra,
Hey.
I got this for you." And
Oh.
he sort of smiles. They had vegan treats at the Painted Pastries.
Thanks, dude. You're the only one who ever remembers I'm vegan.
Sorry.
Sorry.
He hands you these little macarons that are basically reminiscent of like Starry Night in terms of like how they're looking in terms of like constellations and stars and such. He says, "I have a couple, so please take it."
Wow, they're almost like too pretty to eat. Asram starts munching.
He looks and kind of smiles as he, every so often he just gets distracted. He just looks up at the stars and smiles and looks around. He seems very, like, happy.
What do you think?
Me?
Yeah. Who else am I talking to?
I don't know. I can't really put it into words. I've never seen something like that. I've traveled the world at this point, it feels like, but I don't know. I've never stopped to see something like this.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So, how's your lantern night going? Sorry I beat you earlier. It's okay.
We'll have another opportunity to settle this, of course. But other than that, it's been going very well.
Who's the pastries for?
For everyone, of course.
I
I
just
got
wondered.
something for everyone. Why did you ask like that? I feel a little. I don't know why.
I don't know. I just wanted to, talk bro to bro.
But
Brother to brother.
how does that work? Or is that just talking between?
Yeah,
us?
it's like talking, but like you talk about like your deepest secrets and you tell your brother everything that you feel.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
It's good to open up, Alana.
Open up. I mean, I've told you. I mean, I've already told you about how you. I mean, if you think you've seen some of the deeper moments of my life at this point.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the trauma.
Okay. Okay. But then what are you talking about? What other secrets are
Talking about the romance, dude.
the what? What are you talking about? I don't know. What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't.
I'm your brother. We have the same brain.
That's not true, is it? No.
It means I have like brother psychic powers, so I can read your mind.
Are you saying that because that's a real thing, or are you saying that because you're using magic to read my mind?
No, twin brothers can read each other's minds, so I already know.
What am I
Jesus
thinking?
Christ.
You're thinking about how I'm reading your mind right now.
Well, that one was easy. Just what? There's no secret. I'm just. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy right now.
Why are you happy?
Because there are many reasons. The night is beautiful. I've spent time with people I really care about. I things. This is the happiest I've been in my life.
That's good to hear. I'm really glad that you're happy. But
There's a but to that statement. What does that mean?
I'm not gonna force it out of you, dude. You gotta tell me. We're brothers. You tell me everything.
I do?
Yes.
Well, make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
6.
Use a luck point.
Really? I mean, you get one per day.
Yeah,
Nothing's
fuck that. You
happening.
go up for it.
Nothing's happening on this day.
15.
He's looking and says, why do I tell you everything? What
I can help. I can help you sort out your feelings, your weird, complicated feelings that maybe make your stomach feel all fluttery and your palms get a little sweaty sometimes.
puts his hands on his stomach, then he wipes off his palms.
You see, I knew that because I can read your mind because we're twins.
Stop with the mind reading. I don't know if it's true, and it's starting to. Listen, can we? I don't know. Let's say I do like someone. What is that like? What does it even feel like?
It feels like you want to be around that person. Being around that person calms you down, makes you happy. Maybe whenever you guys spend time together, you get little flutteries in your tummy and you want to hold their hand and make sure they're okay. And maybe even give them a little kiss. A little smoochy. A little smooch.
What?
Do those things feel like they maybe fit your
I don't know.
hypothetical situation? We're talking in hypothetical.
It's hypothetical. And hypothetically, if one were to feel like that, how? What would somebody, this hypothetical person, do?
maybe you could tell the other person.
Anything besides that?
Okay, baby steps. Maybe you spend some more time with the person and maybe buy them a gift to maybe express your feelings, or do a nice gesture for them, or
What is a nice gesture like?
like buying their food whenever you guys go get food, or
Gift.
or
And
holding their bag if it seems heavy.
Is there a gift to show a gift? What kind of gift? Does it have to be like a ring? Like a ring?
No. It does not need to be all that. I'm not ready for that. Me. I'm not ready for that.
Oh,
You're way too young for that.
what is that? Oh, okay. What would you suggest for a hypothetical person to buy a hypothetical gift for the hypothetical person that gives them flutteries in the stomach area?
Well, I saw a bouquet of flowers that twinkled like starlight. Maybe that would be a nice hypothetical gift.
You don't think that that's
A little forward.
weird?
Well, I mean, hypothetically, if the person maybe hypothetically liked flowers and has a lot of history with flowers, like I don't know who this hypothetical person is, but if they did have a lot of like imagery and
Hauna is literally blue and he's beet red.
purple,
Straight purple.
Purple blushing.
if I'm not, I mean, that would like maybe something like that like reminds you of the person.
Okay. I'm going to speak to a hypothetical person and give him the advice that you've just given me.
Yeah, for sure. And hypothetically, of course, if you have any other questions, you can come to your not hypothetical twin brother.
He, blushing, he just kind of smiles. Really?
Always.
Thank you. It's nice to talk to someone like this.
Got a couple years of it to make up on now. Now go get him, champ, as he gives him a nice smack on the back.
No, I'm still sore from the cart, as he says, as he...
Sore loser.
You can see that... he side eyes you. You can see that he's walking away, and he's just walking very stiffly and like shaking his arms out as he's walking, as he's like breathing. Dara, you wanted to speak with Rowan.
I did. Where is she?
You would probably guess that she'd be somewhere near Blondie's botany, which requires a bit of a detour outside of where, everything is. But the festival is happening on every street in every way. When you make your way through neighborhoods, you can see communities that are built out and celebrating in their own ways. You see a small area that you recognize where you got a bit lost, and you can see them painting with these glow-in-the-dark paints that just light up the sides of buildings. Beautiful music echoes through the neighborhoods as you just make your way down the streets until you see Blondie's botany, and the enormous forget-me-not in the night glows in the moonlight. It's beautiful, a beacon that brings you forward towards the shop. And you can see that there are people that are walking around it and asking for pictures and things along those lines. And Joey is out front taking people's money so that they can take pictures with it, just little coins here and there, as Granny just kind of sits on a bench outside the shop looking up at the stars.
Granny.
Oh, well, if it isn't my wonderful student. Come, take a seat.
What are you doing all the way out here? Did you not want to join?
Look around you. Lantern Night is a night that you can spend anywhere in the city, and you're not alone. it's happening everywhere, and I love spending it with my little family here. She looks over at Joey, which, if you see Blondie, please let him know that he did promise to come by and see me as well.
Oh, I will definitely remind him.
Now, come on, take a seat. What's on your mind besides the obvious everything that's happened in the past few days?
It feels strange, to pretend like it didn't happen. All of it. It's almost unnerving, but I also don't want today to end.
I won't lie to you. No student of mine has ever performed something along the lines of this. Even Astrid was quite meek and mild up until she could start throwing her weight around with magic and druidic powers and such. But the feeling you feel is good. It's a part of you. When we first started training, I know that it felt unnatural, like it came from nowhere, but I can sense it. That magic's not just nothing, it's been with you this whole time.
I wanted to ask you about I know that, might be a sore subject, and if you don't want to talk about it, it's all right. I just thought I would ask because I was curious about what, your time when you were, you did the trials and you saw a ferryman. Who was the ferryman when you were there, and what was it like?
I might be honest with you a bit. I tell a big story to scare off the merriment and to keep some semblance of a brave exterior. And don't get me wrong, I'm powerful enough to whoop any merriment scum that comes by and tries to mess with me. But to be honest, I didn't make it past the second trial.
Really?
I couldn't go on, and I knew it. And I knew that I'd be cast out of the tower, and that I would fail to leave. That if the trials weren't complete, they'd hurt Deville. But I wasn't alone. There was a friend with me the entire way. A friend that worked up my courage to even attempt to defy the merriment. That when she heard about my darling boy, about how I didn't want to walk that path anymore, that she said some of the most stubborn and foolhardy words that I've ever heard. She said, "Then why not just tell the ferryman you're done?" As if it was that easy. And I thought she was a fool. I truly did. But I still followed her. Because something in me trusted her. And even when I could fight no more, when she had to continue alone, she smiled as if she knew everything was going to be okay.
Wow, she must have been really powerful.
She was. And she looks down at the hilt where your tigers are hidden. I wondered a lot why, in the moments before we attuned to the mask, why I trusted you. Even after such a short time of knowing you, why I felt so safe knowing that you would be there too. When I saw that dagger, I knew why. It was hers. Your mother's name was Sylvana, wasn't it?
You knew her?
Aye, that I did. For a short time in my life, but God, those days were wonderful.
What was she like?
She was like the very stars themselves. So bright they shined through any darkness. She was so full of life, so stubborn, so caring of the people around her, and so fierce at anyone that would hurt them. It's a wonder I didn't see it sooner. Your mother saved my life, and though he doesn't know it, she saved Phil's as well.
The trials. I knew she had done it. She left it in her notebook. And she will pull it out and kind of show her a little bit. She wrote about it, and when I was in there, I looked at it and I used it, and...
Oh, I haven't seen this in quite a while. She says as she takes the notebook from your hands and just looks at it. God, she writes just like she talked. Your mother was a paragon among people. The best of us. She says she closes the notebook and hands it back towards you.
And then here I am. Nothing but someone who's done not much good.
Bonk. She bonks you on the head with her staff.
Get bonked.
She bonks you on the head with her staff.
No!
First of all, that's exactly what your mother would have done if she heard you say words like that. Because they're not true. What do you mean?
There are so many things that I've done that I wouldn't be able to tell her. You know how many people I've killed. You know how many I abandoned my sister. She's more than anything I ever will be.
Rowan grabs your hand as you relay this to her. And she's quiet. She listens as you tell her this. She looks at you and says, "My darling Lidara, you have lived a life that you didn't deserve. So much harder than it was ever meant to be. I don't need to know what happened to know that. But I was just like you. I hurt people. I abandoned people. I thought that I didn't deserve family, friends, love. But your mother knew that I did. And she fought for that. And she'd fight for you. I know. knew she would. Even now, I know that one of these stars is looking down right on you. So, from here on out, though it may be hard, when you think that of yourself, when you think that you are something that you're not, just know that your mother would disagree with you.
Thank you. I've never met somebody that knew her.
I promise you, she has touched more souls than you could ever imagine. And she wraps her arms around you, gives you a hug.
She hugs her back and she's definitely crying.
We cut across now. The hours have passed. The lantern night has gone on and on. Renair and Vincent, you find yourselves by yourselves at the end of it. The place, this area that you've wandered towards, just walking and enjoying each other's company, just talking about small little things, and interspersed with words on how much he missed you and how long he's waited just to be here. You find yourselves in the temple district, in front of the temple of the fractured mother, where the people are gathered more than there ever have been, in front of a stage.
I think he would want to stay away from the crowd a little bit.
You sit on a bench of marble overlooking the stage and the audience, but far from it. It's like they're just distant chatter. As he holds your hand tightly, looks up at the stars.
Nice weather, huh?
It's beautiful. Though we have been outside for quite some time now.
Right.
It's a bit late to make the comment. I suppose I've talked your ear off a bit.
No, I love hearing you speak. I missed your voice a lot.
Renair's hand just grips yours tightly. You feel the heat.
Still mad at you, for taking that hit for me.
You can see in the very exposed area where the bandages still are, where the healing clerics tried their best to cover every wound, but still it remains. Vincent, and he looks at you very intently. I would do this 1,000 times. So, I'm sorry if you're upset, and I won't do it again if you don't want me to, but if the situation calls for it, Vincent, if the choices are dying or living in a world without you, I know my choice. sorry. I know that's...
Don't apologize. It's all right. I know I'm giving you a hard time, but I also didn't thank you. So I suppose I'm just not used to being cared for like that.
Well,
Is all.
get used to it. I'm not going anywhere.
I have something for you.
Really?
Yeah, remember when you said that you wanted a souvenir?
Feels like a lifetime ago at this point.
He reaches into his bag and he scoops around in there. And then he all of a sudden gets self-conscious and he's like, but it's not great. It's like, it's sort of like, I just...
He puts his hand on
found the first thing.
arm. I'd love to see it.
Okay. First pulls out the shirt. And he kind of, it's like folded and he like puts it in Renee's lap and he's like, it's sort of like a gag joke. It's like sort of like a, but I thought you might like it,
It's going to make me gag? What?
No, like a funny, like,
What is... And he unravels the Lightning Star song shirt.
It's like fucking, it says like, my boyfriend is the #1 stag racer in my heart or something like that. Something like cheesy and ridiculous. Vincent's like twiddling his thumbs and looking down at the floor.
What? #1 what? What is snack race?
I told you with the snails,
This is the snail shirt. This is the snail shirt. Even though it's a gag shirt, you see René just slip it over his gown. His beautiful Cleric of the Mother Night gown, now covered by my boyfriend is the #1.
Vincent is like laughing his head off.
Snag racer. He says, how do I look? Actually, it's quite nice, actually.
He never looked better.
You got a perfect fit.
There was one more thing that I think was a bit nicer. Not that this shirt isn't nice. It looks great on you.
It's quite wonderful, actually. It's covered things up quite nicely.
Well, that wasn't my intention. He reaches in and he grabs the second gift he got, which was the flowers that he got from that stall.
You pull from your bag these luminescent flowers that shift in color and just light the darkness of the park. This sparkling pearlescent light that just bounces off of each blade of grass against the marble and reflects off of René's face and in his deep green eyes. They sparkle as he holds the flower in his hand.
You like it?
I love it. It's beautiful. I've never seen something so beautiful.
Reminded me of you. He's like blushing and smiling.
He sort of grips his hem. It's around the stem of the flower. Gently but firmly. Vincent, and you hear down at the stage cheering, and suddenly just silenced as a beautiful noise fills the air. You see, draped in moonlight, the Lunar Quartet plays. Stage. And the song is healing. A song of rest that washes over the city, heard by all of you. Deville, Ladara and Rowan, Awana, who rushes through the streets looking desperately at each booth as the night grows long, and finally to you and Renair. And it is this time that you see what every citizen of Lunastra has waited so patiently for. In the sunless sea, in the darkness, joining the stars, you see floating over the edges of the city towards the fractured temple, a long procession of beautiful, enormous moonlight jellyfish. They dance gently as they float through the night sky, all making their way to the temple of the fractured mother, each move in rhythm to the singing and playing of the Lunar Quartet, of the Lunar Songstress. A line of shifting constellations, weary travelers floating across Afra on a long and winding pilgrimage, all to reach this place on this day to rejoin with the fractured mother. And at once, beautiful handheld lanterns that look almost like glass containing small constellations. You watch as citizens of Lunastra release lanterns into the sky that disintegrate into stardust. And they join the procession on its way to the center. Azram, you feel Deville hold you tightly as he puts a lantern in your hand and bids you to let it go to the air.
Azram lets it go.
He floats upward into the procession, joining seamlessly the long line of moonlight jellies that dance their way to the center of the city. Ladara, you watch this procession with Rowan as you hear hurried footsteps out of breath.
Did you run here?
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
And Howard just looks at you and smiles. His stomach flutters. Unbeknownst to him, he makes a similar gesture as his friend did in the temple district as he walks up to the building and pulls a beautiful flower off the side of the wall and places it in your hand.
Is this for me?
And he lets his hand linger for a moment in yours. And at the top of the hill, in the temple district, Vincent, you can't help but look on at the moonlight jellies, at their beautiful performance. The way they dance and the singing, the sound they make, that beautiful, harmonious sound. It tugs at your memories, and it feels familiar. You've seen this before. And you feel warmth radiate through your body from the amulet. Bren holds the flower as you stare up at the stars and the procession. Vincent. He can't find the words. So he just moves and places his lips against yours. You are illuminated in the light of the dancing jellyfish of the Mother Night above and the pearlescent flower below. Enshrouded in perfect light, in a perfect moment. One that doesn't come often to people like you, to people like him. And for a second,